Well, what's going on here? In one series, we've got the same race twice. Well, hopefully they fix that. I have asked them to. I've asked them to put something else in that place. Hello and welcome to Indianapolis Motor Speedway in the Formula One Valente. In case you didn't see it at the start there, this is in the exclusive series. So, of course, I am fully upgraded. This is a stinking amazing car. You've been seeing video after video that I've been doing with this car. It is just crazy. I am quite confident to say this is the best car in the game. Now, that doesn't mean it's the best performing car in the game, but it's the best performance for value. Like, exponentially cheaper than anything that's close to this in its PR level and its sheer performance. We'll get into costs and things like that later. I decided to revisit all of that. This is the only cut I'm going to take. I don't actually think it's necessary as far as track distance is concerned. The thing that makes it necessary is traffic, because you get a big gaggle of cars there. So right now we're going to start to get into some of the numbers here. So purchase price for this car, $2 million. To fully upgrade this car, $773,245 and 273 gold. It's in 3 series: F1 Exhibition, 15,000 M and 15 gold. F1 Reloaded, 60,000 M and 60 gold. That's pretty good. And then the exclusive series, 100,000 M and 30 gold. So kind of odd that F1 Reloaded pays more than the exclusive series, but that's pretty good overall. You're getting back quite a bit of gold. So costs after rewards, just under $2.6 million and 168 gold. Plus all the earnings from all the races you do in all those series. Now, like most people, you already finished the exhibition series, most likely. But the F1 Reloaded and F1 Exhibition, you will have not have finished. And there's some good paying races in there, including all these possible endless endurance races. Now, it's possible to take a cut at the first corner here. I recommend you don't do it. Like I was saying, like this car handles so well that I don't think you need to take any cuts to actually do this race. And you'll see as you're watching me do this, it's not hard for me to hit the perpetual point and to keep it going as long as I want to, like very little effort required. But there's a gaggle of cars because this area here gets very tight. Like it's kind of like a chicane, but I don't think they call it a chicane because it's quite a section there. And then this is so wide and lots of room to overtake. Now, we're going to skip ahead a bit just because it does get kind of boring here. And I'm going pretty far today, so let's skip ahead to where I'm just getting into the perpetual point, like lap 5. So that's pretty early at only 16 kilometers here. So let's just see here. Like, you can see here, they're getting faster. Remember, in case you don't know, I shouldn't say remember, maybe you don't know. After the perpetual point, bots are faster than a fully upgraded car, but they don't corner as well. So I'm not quite there yet, because he would have driven past me. And if you don't know what the perpetual point is, that's what happens after you pass 42 cars. I was a little worried about getting T-boned there. So once you pass 42 cars, this is what happens. You get unlimited cars. I decided to go up high and see if we can get a slipstream going here. Oh yeah, get nicely in the draft here. See what kind of speeds we can hit. Now I gotta be careful, this will really throw off my braking point here. 384, probably could have hit 385, but I didn't want to push it too far. I'm not trying to crash here, I'm trying to keep this going. So I want to keep my car free from damage as long as possible. Now here's where things can get sketchy. Look at that. He's on my, you can't see that he was on my bumper there. Oh, it threw me off there. I was worried he was gonna hit me. The slipstreaming indicator came on. So I passed him heading into the braking zone, which is dangerous. Bots can go all kamikaze on you when that happens. Ooh, big mistake there. Oh, that's going to really throw off the perpetual point. Okay, well, forget about me hitting the perpetual point early. Look how low you can drive here. You can have all 4 tires under the white line. We're skipping ahead some more here. So because of that, big mistake, 2 big mistakes really. Well, one very small mistake, and then one big mistake getting onto the speedway. That delayed me reaching the perpetual point. But look at my timer. I'm going to be at about 60 seconds when I overtake this guy. Oh, dangerous spot to overtake him again. Nope, he didn't. I thought he was going to try to get under me, but he didn't. Bots take 5 seconds to disappear. In those 5 seconds, they can destroy you if if you get them. Okay, here you go. See, this is what happens after the 40-second car. If you've never seen it before, lots of cars all over, and look at this guy. He's gonna overdrive me. See, we were neck to neck. Suddenly, he's taking off on me, and I'm not damaged yet. So that just shows you how much faster they are than a fully upgraded car. So it's all about the corners. They corner very poorly, and that's where we get them. So check this out. I mean, he's braking at that exit of that corner. So bizarre. That corner you barely need to brake for. This corner you don't brake for. Here you definitely brake. And with no one in my way, I'm doing a light tap for this braking point. Oh, I didn't quite get under him. I thought I was going to be able to get under him and get around him, but instead I tapped him. I didn't mean to. Then you got to be careful here. That is risky. That could be a damaging maneuver. So I should be able to keep it full throttle here because of that nonsense. So the only reason why I could pass him is because I was to the throttle before he was. Otherwise, he's faster than fully upgraded. We're going to warp ahead some more. I'm actually going to go too far today, and I'm going to have to backtrack some of that math. So we're at 50 kilometers. I didn't do a test to see exactly how far I have to run to reach 250,000 $. So we're just going to, I'll show you that after this race is over. I'll backwards do the math. Look how close these bots are. This is what happens when you're running fast back-to-back laps. They just get tighter and tighter grouped. So that's kind of cool. It's nice because then if you make a mistake, there's lots of bots to catch up with. Now, if you have a few, that was dumb. If you have a few really bad laps, let's just check out my car here. Oh, I am damaged now. Okay, well, we'll keep this going. If you have a few really slow laps, the bots will actually start to get farther apart again. If you get too many fast back-to-back laps back-to-back, I hope that made sense, you can actually get bots so close that they start to crash in some corners. It's hilarious. It doesn't so much happen when everyone's driving the same car, although I have had that happen at Le Mans. More specifically, I should say, Circuit de la Sarthe, which is the 24-hour circuit, not the Bugatti circuit. So at that one, in the MP4X, if you run really fast, you can actually have bots start to crash at I've had them happen at the first Mulsanne chicane. I'm fully damaged, so if I take a few guys out, who cares? And then also in the Ferrari 412, I believe it was, I was doing it there in that car. And in the Porsche curves, I had a whole whack of cars crashing. It was hilarious, actually. Maybe it was the F14 that I was doing that in, but anyway, it can be interesting. It doesn't happen too often. More so it happens when it's a series that involves multiple cars. So like Ghosts! That's what I was talking about. That is an outright haunting, and you got to be careful because they get their sights on you. Anyways, I'm getting rid of that ghost, so you got to be careful and be aware of that. That happens when you're passing a bot heading into the braking zone. Check this out. Even though I'm damaged, also this car suffers very little from damage. There doesn't seem to be any consequences for speed. Like, look at this. So here I am heading into this section, unassisted, no slipstreaming. I'm still getting 376, 378's possible. Where this car suffers from damage is grip. That's what I've noticed. I have to be a little more delicate in the corners and a little bit more careful with my braking zones. Not much, because these cars have insane braking ability. But I notice I do have to be careful with how I'm taking the corners, how fast I take them. I have to just back off a tiny bit. But look at my timer, guys. Like, it's getting full again. Lots of cars. This is easy, and no reason to go as far as I am. I'll get you the actual distance if you want to know how much distance you have to travel to max out your daily limit, which I know, guys, that sucks. I've asked them to change the daily limit so many times. Okay, race time, 33 minutes and 7 seconds. Normally, that type of fame per minute number of 922 would be good, but we can't hire the agent, so it's not great. The M earnings are, though, 27 minutes, 48 seconds to max out your earnings, doing it the way I did it, driving 129.23 kilometers. Please like, please subscribe. It's an awesome car. See you out there on the track.